This is one of those times when you can feel like a rocket scientist during the day and a supermodel late tonight. I'm Jeff Jower.
And I'm Rick Levine for Planet Pulse on this Friday, June 6th. We have the Sun forming a sextile with Uranus today, and that can make us feel like a rocket scientist, whether or not we know how to add, subtract, multiply, or divide, or not.
Because Uranus is a planet of originality, of genius, the harmonious 60-degree sextile between the conscious Sun and Uranus revs up originality and the capacity to expand the boundaries of what we can see. But within those boundaries, there are two things that say, make sure you get it right.
Well, one of those things is the fact that Mercury forms an aspect today, a sesquisquare. Sometimes when you set it up like that, I feel like, oh no, it's an astrological test. What is it?
But there were two answers. I knew you'd have at least one of them.
I have one of them right away. That is that Mercury forms a sesquisquare, a square and a half with Saturn. Mercury is the planet of thinking. It's the rational thoughts. If we're doing that math, that adding and subtracting, Mercury is the planet that allows us to use the pen and pencil and write it down for those of us who actually still use such archaic devices as those. And Saturn is the planet of make it real. And so there's a sense of having to do something with it.
And
what's
the moon is the moon in Virgo.
Oh,
Virgo is the technician. And while we often see a stark difference between the detail-oriented, modest, careful, precise, and systematic energy of Virgo and the wild, innovative energy of the planet Uranus, when those two are cooked up together, that's where your scientific genius comes from.
And I think that there's actually a couple of other supporting factors of the scientific
you've been studying.
genius.
Off camera, he was working.
One of them is the fact that Uranus, although it's in a long haul stay in Aries, that's kind of pushing new things.
Right.
When Uranus goes into Aries for 7 years, every 84 years, there's often a period of time of important technological breakthroughs. So Uranus is in Aries, and as the Sun is sextiling it, the Sun is in Gemini, which is clever. It's able to come up with witty and clever, and so not only are we doing our math and doing our engineering calculations for being a rocket scientist, we're fast. We're doing it really well.
And then tonight at exactly 10 p.m. East Coast time in perfectly cooperative order,
we take off our lab coats and put on our
we put on our little black dresses because Libra's a sociable sign. It's Venus's home sign. It's Friday is Venus's day of the week, and it certainly represents, at least in the early stages of the moon and Venus, that sense of graciousness and sociability that perhaps makes us all feel more beautiful.
I agree with everything we've said so far. And we also need to just throw one other thing into the mix, and that is that Mercury turns retrograde in a few hours.
Who cares?
Well, and we may actually feel that way almost, but Mercury is already slowed down. It's stopped. There's kind of this counterpoint of energy going around the rocket scientist part of it.
May have to redo the calculations.
Maybe we just say, screw the calculations. I'm going to go to that moon in Libra and go out and be beautiful or feel beautiful or find some balance in relationship or do something that's nice so I don't have to be concerned with the reality of the fact that we're now going into a 3-week period where Mercury will be a little bit more intense and perhaps forcing us to redo or review some of those calculations. I'm Rick Levine.
And for Planet Pulse, I'm Jeff Jower.